The KROQ Weenie Roasty Fiesta 2015, one of the acts on the bill. We couldn't be more excited to see them back in the building. Panic at the Disco. Ladies and gentlemen, Brendon joins us from the band.
Hello, guys.
What's up, my friend?
Good to be here. Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
Kind of a big deal for us this morning to announce the Weenie Roast. It's something we look forward to every year. How do you feel about going out there and trying to win over maybe some fans who aren't there to see Panic?
I love that. That's one of my favorite things. It's obviously so different, you know, when you play a club show, you have your fan base there. But playing festivals, especially Weenie Roast, the last time we played actually, I think was an acoustic Christmas show. And right before that, we played right after Rob Zombie. And that was awesome because he had some very, very sweet things to say about us. That was very cool.
It's got to be so weird to just be watching him going, we're next.
He's like, who are these tight pants wearing little? Yeah, it was awesome. Dracula! Yeah, it was awesome. Good stuff.
Let's before we get into the talking about the new song that we world premiered last week, which is awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about, let's do a State of the Union on Panic at the Disco because the band's been around for 10 years now.
Yeah.
And you've been through perhaps more changes than other bands. What's up?
Sure. Yeah, it's been a couple lineup changes. It's weird to think that it's been 10 years. I'm still 12 years old in my mind, and that is a good thing, I guess, sometimes.
Are you still at the point where you wake up and go, I can't believe this is my job?
Yeah, every day. Every day, if I wake up at all. You know, sometimes you just sleep a whole day. But no, it's good. I think, it's so weird to think about, when you reminisce on who's been in the band, where we've been, shows we've played, people we've met. Just super happy.
Does
super
it start
grateful.
to blur at some point where you only can sort of hit highlights in your mind?
Yeah, sometimes. I have to have help from all my friends I worked with for a long time to jog my memory.
And you were the last to join the band.
I was at the very beginning, yeah.
Now you're the only original member.
The last man standing.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Why do people hate you?
Why do they
Everybody
keep
hates
leaving
me.
you?
I don't know. You should ask them. Can we call them right now? Guys, let's make amends. No, it's so funny because when we had our first split, a couple of our old members wanted to leave and start a new band, and we're like, cool. It was totally amicable. It was like cool, mutual agreement. And then, we've gone through so many different lineups trying to have people tour with us and not tour with us and trying to figure out a dynamic over 10 years that some of it does, blur together, and you go, well, what do you want to do now? And for me, it's never changed. I've always loved doing this. I love this job, and it's something I've never wanted to let go of.
But chemistry is such an important part of the creative process and also just the day-to-day life on the road as a touring rock band. I would imagine that has to be what you look for every bit as much as musically what somebody can bring to a band is who's somebody I can stand.
Yeah, sure. You got to live on a bus with these people for 2 months.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
they got to smell pretty, right?
They have to smell so good because if just one bad smell and it's over. And that's really why everybody else left, because I just smell terrible.
You smell terrible.
Yeah.
Well,
Cat's
now we
out
get
of
to
the
bottom of it.
Cat's out of the bag, guys.
That's it. All right. I'm not asking you to complain, but is it more difficult than most people know to be in a band and to make that work on the road and with all the different pressures?
I think being in close quarters with anyone. I've been married for a couple of years now, and that's still tough. Once in a while, you know how to push each other's buttons, just like that. The drop of a hat, you can say one thing just to set them off because you know them so well. You do that once in a while, but then you become closer once you realize that you were being a jerk. So you kind of give and take,
We are talking to Brendon Urie here on the Kevin and Bean Show from Panic at the Disco. They are on the bill for Saturday, May 16th at the Verizon Wireless Amphitheater for KROQ's Weenie Roasty Fiesta 2015. Why are we laughing?
Yeah. No, I was saying yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's so funny. We talk about working together as a band. Brendon, you are a guy who seems to be unusually collaborative. It's so amazing to me how many different other bands that you've worked with on songs, been in their videos. I mean, Fall Out Boy and Gym Class Heroes, and with Dylan Francis, of course, you had that great song and stuff. Yeah. Tell me about that. I mean, are you just one of these guys who's just open for anything? Like any other creative person, put me in a room with that person to be fun to work with?
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it starts. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, there was a thing I told, my manager. I was like, all right, anytime, you call me, I'm just going to answer one way. And it was always, hey, this is Brendon. Yes, I'll do it. And it was, as long as I show up, you know what I mean? If it ends up not working out.
If you have the right manager, that's okay.
Exactly, but I don't have the right manager. Throwing Scott under the bus.
That's so interesting to me how open you are to that, because there are so many artists who are kind of in their own lane and they kind of don't feel like they can do that with other people. But you just seem to be like, hey, whatever.
Yeah, it's fun. I like to bounce around. My ADHD kind of makes me do that. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Shiny.
We know what you mean. Panic at the Disco is going to be on the bill, along with Muse of Monsters and Men, Florence and the Machine, Death Cab for Cutie, AWOL Nation, Walk the Moon, and Vance Joy. Just announced this morning on the Kevin and Bean Show. All the details at KROQ.com, including where you can buy your tickets and when. We're going to take a quick break. Brendon, can you stick around? We'll do one more.
Please.
Be right back on KROQ.
Awesome.
106.7 KROQ is KROQ. That is Hallelujah, the new song from Panic at the Disco.
Hallelujah.
Yes. I love that one.
Brendon from the band. Yes, it really is that your personal pick for the day here, Brendon?
That is. Yes.
From Panic at the Disco.
Our only pick, yeah.
Hallelujah, maybe my favorite Panic at the Disco song.
That
it is
awesome.
so upbeat and happy and sing-along and fun, and it has the weirdest sample from the band Chicago, which I never in a million years would have seen. Like,
Yeah, man.
Where did that come from?
That's always fun. I mean, that's one of my parents' favorite bands growing up, so I just would listen to it all the time. That's how a lot of the songs start, actually. I mean, how they get started anyway. It's a lot of pull from just nostalgia.
That's
good
interesting.
bands too. Chicago's a great band.
And what are we hallelujahing about? Because I'm terrible at it. I hear the song, I love the song. I can't say I know. Is this relationship hallelujah, or is this end of relationship hallelujah, or what's happening?
A little bit of both. I mean, it's a relationship hallelujah in a couple different ways. When you have to own up to your mistakes, praise that. As long as you take responsibility for your actions, everything else seems it can fall into place if you have that same attitude. So that's really what it was. It's kind of a play on just, hallelujah, I'm not a sinner, but we are. I mean, the song is definitely about that. Something that is a little risque.
It sounds like you have a whole choir on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me and my friend Morgan. She sings in a band, M83 too.
And that's it?
Yeah.
Just you and Morgan?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she added a couple high notes, but I had to stack. My friend Jake, who helped produce the song, just kept saying, all right, higher. Do you have a higher one above that? Do you have a higher harmony above that? And I would just have to keep climbing up until I was just,
It sounds like a full gospel choir
does.
behind
Yes.
you.
That's very good. Yeah,
does.
Wow.
awesome.
So what's going to happen with the tour? Are you going to bring a gospel choir with you just to fake people out? Or are you going to do all the voices
I
as
want
well?
to so bad. There was also the idea that I wanted to bring out, I'm going to have to sing 10 voices at a time.
And then just play them all?
Yeah. But I wanted to pull fans up from the crowd and have them kind of be the backing band for
That's
each show.
a terrible idea.
Do you think so?
That's a
Yes.
great idea.
Have you heard
Should
people
we
sing
all be-
that aren't you?
That is a terrible idea.
That's what makes it a great idea.
It's a great
Oh, come on,
idea,
guys.
but it can go south and hard
That's
and fast.
part of the fun. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
Let's get weird.
I'm in.
That is,
Yeah.
again, that is Hallelujah, new song from Panic at the Disco, world premiered last week here on the Kevin and Bean Show. And it is, like I said, it's such an awesome song. We're so happy
Thank
to
you.
have that one to play here. The band is going to be doing that and others of the Panic at the Disco set list at the KROQ Weenie Roasty Fiesta 2015. Details at KROQ.com. All right, we don't have a lot of time here, Brendon, but true or false, you have met President Obama.
True.
Tell us.
That was huge. So I was invited to sing for Billy Joel's inauguration at Kennedy Center, and that
Allie,
was.
are you moist right now?
You have no idea. He's on my top 5 list of men.
Oh, me too.
She loves Billy Joel.
Yeah, not Obama.
I'm in love with Billy Joel. Yeah, he. I mean, I was just like a little dumbfounded, I guess. I was a little surprised that they would ask me. So, of course, I said yes. And we did a couple rehearsals. Was bumping into just some heroes. I mean, I ran into Don Henley. So I can say that. That's pretty
so
awesome.
weird.
Wow.
That's so very strange.
Yeah.
Garth Brooks was there. He helped do the Billy Joel thing as well. So before that, there were a couple dinners, and it was so weird because it's so. It's so political. Like everybody there has a job in the White House or otherwise related
That's
to
our
that.
government. Those are the people that are running the country.
Yeah, and it was very nice, very cordial, I guess. But it was I felt so out of place. I'm just this tattooed up dude, just like kind of younger guy. But everybody was really sweet, and then we had the chance to line up and meet President Obama, and so we did. And me and my wife were there, and we met him, shook hands. He is a tall man, and I was very, very nervous, and I don't remember what I said, but I did get a picture with him, and it looks like I'm saying, like, you're the best. I think that's what I did.
I wanted to ask you about that because most people, if they get a chance to meet the president, they know it's probably the only time in their life that is ever going to happen. And you don't want to embarrass yourself, but you also don't want to say something dumb, and you don't want to say something he's heard a million times before. So I would imagine you just overthink, like, what am I going to do with my 15 seconds as I shake his hand? Like,
Yeah.
But you don't even remember what you said.
I don't at all, and I think I think he said, "Oh, that's a snappy suit," and I was just yeah.
Did he use the word snappy?
I think so.
That's awesome.
That's a
Did
great.
you have any idea that he knew who you were?
No. But he's very good at that. You know what I mean? He meets random people all day, every day.
He does seem
Yeah, you got to be a
personable.
pretty good politician to become elected president. You got to be able to pretend that you care, right?
Yeah, he was sweet though. He was very, very nice.
But that's awesome.
Yeah, it was.
And
Very
how about
cool.
Billy Joel? Did you meet him too?
Yeah, I was actually, to be real, I was a little more nervous about that. Meeting him, kind of, I remember what I said, but I totally fanboyed out a little bit. I was
What
like,
did you
I was
say?
like, you are an inspiration to me. You are one of my favorite all-time singers, piano players, composers, and I just had to tell you that. And he was really cool about it. He's like, oh man, you had a really great performance. I was tearing up. That was great. So it was really
That's
sweet.
nice.
Yeah, the fact that he would tell me that. It was
That's
actually
really
very sweet.
interesting because
And then we
he's
kissed.
kind of famous for
I'm
not.
sorry, what?
I'm sorry,
I'm
go
sorry.
back to that.
Hold on.
Say again?
No. I said he will. I will be missed.
You said it then.
No,
From-
you said you kissed.
You said
I
you-
heard
Did I?
you kissed.
What did I
Yeah.
Said we kissed.
Nah, I don't. I think I said it was a moment of bliss.
Oh,
is what I said.
okay.
Oh, that's weird. I heard what I wanted
I think
to.
I talked to him with a lisp. Or no, what did I say? I forget what I said. I can't remember what I said.
Well, we can't promise Billy Joel or President Obama, but there'll be a lot of people very excited to see you at KROQ's Weenie Roasty Fiesta 2015. We're so excited you guys are on the bill. We've been lucky enough to see you in the past, and you guys put on a great. I mean, you're exactly the kind of band we want on a sunny, sunshiny Saturday afternoon in Irvine. You know what I mean?
So I appreciate that.
It's going to be so fun. Congratulations on the song, and I hope the band doesn't break up before the show.
No promises.
And we'll see you soon, Brendon. Thank you.
Thanks again.